Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, coming to you live on a Wednesday night. Good to see you guys. We got David, Mama Crypto, Bang Stun, Pelican Noiseworks, Ariel, Jay Hayes, Tuco Gustavo, James Murdoch, Brian S., Justin Ward, Biggie Man, MD Hewitt, Lori Thornhill, RW Moon Boys, Peachtree, Anthony Grant, and the list goes on. The list goes on and on. Good to see you guys. Oh, yeah. How's everyone feeling? How's everyone doing? I'd say we're sitting pretty nicely here as far as the DOGE. Yes, indeed. Local Enterprise Broadcasting coming in with starting things off nicely with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you for that. Mr. Steele, I've never caught your intro. Would you be a fan of Nightwave, ROTC, and Mythical Vigilante? Well, as I know it, I thought Nightwave, I think those are all artists. So ROTC I know of, Mythical Vigilante I don't know of, and Nightwave I've heard of. Though that also sounds like a subsect genre to synthwave. But ROTC I do know, yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I actually worked with a pretty popular synthwave artist. He and I did a song together. His name is Tonebox, if you want to check that out. MD Hewitt coming in with a $1.99 super chat. Fam, what's up? What is up, Hewitt? Good to see you. And I think technically you might have been second. I don't know. But either way, well done kicking things off, MD Hewitt. Appreciate it. Much appreciated. Crypto Tank coming in. Great teamwork. Yes, I think I know what you're referring to. Yeah, there's just every once in a while, I haven't done it in months and months, but I only created a Twitter account again when I started the show. But before that, I was on Twitter briefly, but years ago. I didn't like it. I didn't like it until all this scene kind of materialized and all the new people I started meeting and hosting a show. And then I learned Twitter could be quite nice. Anthony Grant, $5 super chat. Awesome, guys. Thank you for these super chats right out of the gate. Really appreciate it. Great night, great week. Top of the night, Mr. Steele. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate your continued support and you always tuning in and super chats, man. Really appreciate it. Robbie Gilchrist in the hizza coming in with a big whopping 50 Canadian dollars. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Robbie Gilchrist coming in with big support, 50 Canadian dollars. Thank you so much, Robbie. Really appreciate that very much, man. I appreciate all your support and everything. And I think I follow you on Twitter too, right? If I don't, I better change that. I know you go by a different name on Twitter, but I think I'm gonna find you right now. Okay, I think I remedied that. Let me know if that's the right one. I followed someone. I think it was you, but not sure. All right, guys. Doge is, this is the Doge way. Yes. Blue sky tonight. Let's go. Yes. Hey, what's up, Rodrigo? Welcome, man. Welcome. Big pump tonight. People are expecting. I am expecting it too. I think right now we're trading sideways, but I think that could change. I think that could change as the night goes on from the charting that I was looking at anyway. It seems reasonably probable for sure. Oh my gosh, Upshot in the house. The one and only, the real Doge father, ladies and gentlemen. Upshot is in the house and with a super chat. Thank you, man. Everyone greet Upshot. Doge back to the 69 tonight. Yes, I love the prediction. I just gotta say, and not to sweat Upshot too much, but he's just such a fantastic content creator. Like, I was watching his live stream today while I was doing some other work, and then I saw his daily video today, and I'm sure everyone already subscribes to Upshot. This channel's a fraction the size of his, but he just makes awesome content, and I feel like he and I just have almost the same parallel takes on everything in the market, except we just have different personalities and ways of expressing ourselves to get those points across. So yes, the Doge father, the OG Doge father, and the crowd goes wild. Look at that, the crowd goes wild. Guys, if you haven't hit that like button, We got about 130 people, 130-ish people in here right now. If you haven't hit that like button, if you could just take a moment to do that, it really helps out a new emerging channel like this. Takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. It's hugely appreciated. So if you consider just hitting that like button real quick, it really does help us navigate into those tricky YouTube algorithms. And then if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and invite you to subscribe and hit that notification bell. It's just as important to hit and subscribe. Then you never have to wonder when I go on. It's no longer a mystery. You'll just know. Anthony Grant coming in, $5. The Doge Father. Yes. Crypto Tank Girl coming in at $4.99. Again, thank you, Crypto Tank Girl. She says, Upshot, we are Boston Doge Way. Wicked Pissa. Used to live Wicked Pissa. I'm not even going to try to do a Bostonian accent. I know I'm just going to, a stereotypical one anyway. I know I'm just butchering it right now, but I have to with that super chat. I had to at least kind of give it a try at my own humiliation there. So, Crypto Tank Girl says she used to live in Boston. 45 minutes away from there now. So yes, indeed, guys. We are cruising. We are moving. Thank you for those super chats coming in, guys. Really, really appreciate that so much. And James Murdoch coming in at $2.99 super chat. Thank you, James. You should get Elon on the show. Obviously, I would love that. But I think I can name about four other shows off the top of my head that are much bigger than mine that he'd probably go to first. And at the top of that list, it would be Upshot and Matt Wallace, Final Stand, and then probably Crypto Batman and maybe Staying Alpha. Then maybe after all of those, he would work his way down to the pleb with the $100 mic. George Guy coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, George. Appreciate you, man. Let's all go to the Upshot party. Yes, I am planning on going out to Boston once those details get ironed out to meet Upshot and whoever else is going to show up there. I'm really looking forward to it. It's been 65 cents all day. That's very healthy to trade sideways at 65 cents for the most part. You're right, for the most part. And I think that's a really good sign. Real deal, Steven Steele. Yes. Doge Leprechaun, one of my favorite usernames, Doge Leprechaun. I always like when people just take Doge and they just pair it with another random word back to back. It really tickles my fancy. I dig it. All right, I'll pick you up, Crypto Tanker, on the way to the Upshot party. And let's see here. But you have to listen to Synthwave the whole way there in my rent-a-car. What are your top book recommendations for learning about crypto? Book recommendations. Books? Man. I have to be honest with you, I haven't read any books to learn about crypto. I learned about crypto all online, all on the internet. All the information's there for you, from the very basics, how to read a chart, what candles mean, what retracement is, what real basic things like market cap and market volume mean. It's all there. I wouldn't worry about books in 2021 to learn about crypto. It's all there. And feel free to ask questions of the people around you that know more than you about crypto. Unless they're jerks, they'll tell you. It's all out there. It's all online. It's all out there for you to completely empower yourself. It's there. So that would be my advice to you, Tanner Reed. It'd make more sense for Elon. Let's go on your show, Stephen. You are the underdog. This is true. I am definitely. That is one of the things I am. I am the underdog. Yes. Watch, this channel is going to blow up. David says he may be right, maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know, guys. That'd be quite a surprise. Crypto Tank Girl coming in again. $4.99 super chat. Gladly lift even does Delta Sky Miles. I love this music. I love quirky music. Well, I am definitely quirky. Probably more apt described as a bit weird, but you know, that's a part of the charm. That's a part of the charm. All right, guys. So at this time, I would like to bring in my co-host with the most for the first part of the show, Dogecoin millionaire, Mr. Nick Balls. Nick, are you with us?
Hey.
There he is.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Is it Cinco de Mayo today?
It is.
Oh, that's why I heard so many college kids screaming outside.
The only reason I know that is because my girlfriend is a bartender. So.
Oh, yeah. Deep breaths. Lots of patience required there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, I used to DJ for many years and two of my residencies. I DJ like 4 nights a week for many years, and 2 to 3 of those nights were spent at regular residencies that I had DJing for, you know, mostly drunk and whacked out college kids and a terribly annoying demographic at that stage in their lives. But it paid the bills. It paid the bills, and it kept me out of the cubicle at the time. You know.
Oh, there you go.
It kept me out of the cubicle. You know, it was still fun, but it was fun like walking onto the set of Animal House night after night after night, and you just had to find a way to. It was like Groundhog's Day, but with Animal House in a bar, you know. And so and I'm not even a drinker, so you just have to find a way to navigate and make it fun. And overall, it was a lot of fun, but definitely don't want to go back. Definitely don't want to go back. Look at all these folks coming in the chat. This is awesome. Welcome, guys. Welcome so much.
Hey, can we get everybody to hit that like? I know Steven is used to 100% like ratio.
I am
right now we are not there, so
I am pretty
pump those numbers up.
I do have pretty high expectations for the like ratio. That's true. I do have very high expectations for my like ratio. So yeah, we're at about 90 some likes. We got a little over 200 people here. So if we could take 10 seconds, let's do like a 10-second countdown to pump up the likes. Let's see how many we can do in 10 seconds. Then we'll get on with the show. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off. Yes, and now they are starting to come in. That's starting to look better, guys. It's starting to look better. There we go. Local Enterprise Broadcasting coming in at $4.99 super chat. Thank you, LEB. Appreciate you. Doge has been distracting me so much, I forgot to check my ETC over the past few weeks. I spackled my undergarments. Oh, gross. When I woke up this morning. That is a very interesting adjective that you used there. I spackled my undergarments. Thank you so much for that colorful super chat, Local Enterprise Broadcasting. It reminds me, Nick, there was this movie based off of one of the Stephen King books called Silver Bullet. And
yep.
You remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Silver Bullet from the 80s. And I believe Corey Haim. Yeah, Corey Haim was in it. And I think Corey Haim's character in that, his name was Jimmy, a little kid.
And Gary Busey.
Yeah, Gary Busey was in it. I love Gary Busey. And so there's a line in that movie where somebody's making fun of Corey Haim, and his name's Jimmy in the movie. And the bully says to him, "What's the matter, Jimmy? You're going to make lemonade in your pants?" I never forgot that.
Wow, what an 80s line.
I know,
Holy cow.
it's such a quintessential 80s bully line that it's so funny. It's so good. Like, even when I hear it now, it genuinely makes me laugh. Yeah, so try using that on someone next time. Next time you want to throw some business at someone that's messing with you. Just, hey, what's the matter? You gonna make lemonade? What's the matter? You're gonna make lemonade in your pants? Yes. So, Oh, I guess we should talk about Doge at some point.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Hey.
Yeah. So, I saw someone say in the chat earlier that some people in Reddit were freaking out and selling, selling at 65 cents when we came up 20 cents. We were like in the course of 2 days or something, 2.5 days or something.
Did you notice how the Bitcoin maxis crawled out of the woodwork when we took it was like a 10% dip today? As soon as the dip happened, they were all clamoring, "Oh, this is over. It's it. That's the end of it." And then we started to go back up, and they just evaporated like ghosts in the fog.
Yeah, ghosts in the fog. Yeah, I guess I did notice that. They're just looking for the first opportunity or whatever, and 10% dip it's not only not a bad thing, it's like a really good sign. Like you don't want to keep going up without any retracements at all. That's when you start holding your breath and waiting for the other shoe to drop. So
yeah.
Trisha Conley coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Trisha. Really appreciate you. She says, "I prefer the calmness of this channel over the theatrics of others." Just saying. Well, thank you. I don't know if I've ever thought of myself as calm, but I have been told that by other viewers. And
it's funny. I got off last night, and I was just brushing my teeth and getting ready for bed, and I was just popping around other Doge channels just to see what was going on. And I click over, and we got Matt Wallace, who's like Alex Jonesing his way to the the satellites are coming to destroy, and I was like, dude, I can't. I'm about to go to bed. I can't listen to this. So I ended up just listening to you before I went to bed for a half hour.
Okay, right on.
Just because it's it's a fun, we've got like a fun, just kind of chill vibe going on over here.
Yeah.
Batman is like that sometimes, but sometimes he gets wild, and it's like, oh, this is too much.
I like it all. All I can say is I just conduct this show tailored around my personality and my vision for what my favorite kind of Doge-centric show would be like, So if other people kind of vibe with that, I'm obviously starting to fill some void in the market here. So
sure.
Yeah. But I know what you mean. The Matt Wallace satellite video was pretty awesome. I was just like, I love how he plays the music, and he's like, "I've been decoding," and I figured, Crypto Tank Girl, $4.99 check tag post I put on Twitter. Stat Wicked Tramp Steamer and the Silver Bullet. I'm not quite sure what that means, but now you got me. Curious. So I'm just gonna. I always keep a tab open on Twitter because Twitter is like such an integral part of the Doge movement. I never thought I'd ever be this involved with Twitter, because I used to have a Twitter account a few years ago, and almost everyone I kept running into on Twitter I found to be very unpleasant and pretty uptight. So I just deleted it, and then I came back when I started co-hosting for the last channel, and I made a Twitter. And then I was like, oh, I found like a cool side of Twitter where people are a lot nicer and a lot more easygoing. And then I realized not everybody in the world is just this insane, uptight, puritanical micromanager of words person.
It's so funny because I started my Twitter in 2014 to talk about Doge. That was it. That was the reason I started my Twitter. And I would post, anyone can go back and look at my Twitter from 2014. I was posting nothing but Doge related. Yeah,
I saw that way back, man. You're probably like one of the first. You had to have been like one of the first like Twitter Doge-centric Twitter accounts on the internet. Robbie Gil.
I was yelling into the void. No one. I was getting no
I see that because I did scroll back, in your timeline one day. I'm like, wow, this dude was posting Doge literally in 2014, and you were screaming into the ether, man. Nobody was listening. Yeah,
I was like, well, okay then.
I tried.
guess I'm just gonna leave.
I tried. Robbie Gilchrist coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate you so much, man. You're such just a hardcore supporter of the show. I just don't even know what to say, but thank you, Robbie. Appreciate you so much. He says, everybody hit 6-9 to agree with Steve as the best crypto show host. Wow. That's, I feel even weird reading that out. I feel like, look, well, there are 6 9s there. There are 6 9. A few of them coming through. And Delos come with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Delos. Peace, Steve and Dog Fam. On the side note, SafeMoon is recovering pretty good today. See great potential. Well, I'm glad to hear. You know, they've certainly been taking their dings lately, and they had that massive whale pull out and take about 80% of its value with it, and then another one, right? So
yeah, that too.
You know, it can recover. It does have a strong, hardcore, loyal community that seemingly. So, if enough of those people are willing to keep putting their money where their mouth is, that could be enough to do it. Look at all those 6 9s. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. I feel I feel weird like even reading a super chat like that, because it's like I feel like, yeah, but listen, everyone, press 6-9 if you think I'm the best. Like, yeah, that's funny. So, yeah, we're going about 270 people, and we're just getting started. Not too shabby. And the likes are up. I just refreshed the page. I just saw the likes at about 92, and I'm like, how can this be? And now I see that, you know, this is acceptable now. This is acceptable. I can do the 170 some likes on a 290 person show right now. I can do that. That's reasonable. That's a reasonable margin. And the 69s keep coming in. You guys are great. Steven Steele, I sold mine 450K Doge one day before pump 2 weeks ago. Feel like vomiting, LOL. Cynthia, I don't understand you. I remember seeing you, I believe, from way back at the crypto show. I remember seeing, this is a very familiar name to me. And that is such a huge load of Doge. Massive, actually. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, of course you feel like vomiting. I don't even know how to console someone that sold 450,000 before the last pump, other than, you know, you could still get in. There's still money to be made. I have very little doubt about that. You know, if you choose to engage again, I honestly still don't think it'd be a bad idea to use part of your returns on reinvesting into Doge, even at a 65 cent entry rate. What do you say, Nick?
I hope she put it into something else. Like, I mean, I essentially made the same mistake with 500,000. Although for me, you know, 500,000 is kind of like not a big deal. But you know, I put that money, which at the time was worth about $90,000 US. I put that into B&B, which has totally, you know, killed it. I bought I bought B&B at like 500 that night, and B&B is doing great for me right now, and I'm just keeping it there. B&B is kind of like my backup. In case, you know, if Doge comes crashing down, I'll sell my B&B and get right back in. But you know, that one opportunity where the other week where Doge took a hit with the with all the other cryptos with that news, you know, I couldn't really flip the B&B because it went down too. So, but whatever, safety net, diversify, you got to do it.
Yeah, says the guy that's made millions off of one coin. Yeah, you got to diversify.
I am the worst.
Hey kids, don't forget to diversify. I took out a $15,000 loan that I couldn't afford in the first place to put 3/4 of it in a Dogecoin in 2014.
And it's still like 90% of my portfolio, but you know.
Yeah, no, it's
do what I say, not what I do.
I gotta say, like I'm well diversified. I'm pretty well diversified too, but I gotta say, my portfolio overall, it definitely looks like a Pac-Man with its mouth open. You know what I mean? So,
same.
Yeah. So that being, sorry. Look to Leap Look to Leap, $5 super chat. Thank you, Luke. Look to Leap. Appreciate you. Super chat says they were making fun of Matt Wallace on Twitter Spaces about the satellite video. It's obviously there. I hope it's for Doge. Yeah, it's there. It's there. I don't know which Twitter Spaces conversation that was. So far,
I was in a Twitter Space the other day. And,
you were?
Did you get invited to the what's his name? The big guy, the dude from Cali,
David,
who has like the largest Doge account, Dogecoin Rise. Did you get invited to that one?
No, I'm not big time enough yet to get invited to those.
Ah, darn it! I thought I got the invite for it, but I think I was asleep.
Yeah, you probably did, man. No, I don't get invited to that stuff. I'm the rogue Han Solo of the live, the Doge.
They call me a whale. They invite me in there, and then I join the rooms, and they're like, "Oh, the whale's here." I'm like, dude, I don't have that much. Like,
yeah, it's not that you have much. You just invested really early.
Yeah,
it's not like you went in with like a mill in 2014. You know, like
there's another guy. What's his name? The guy who wears the Doge face thing, Mad Dogecoin. Yeah, Mad Dogecoins. He had like 100 million, or maybe a couple 100 million.
Wow,
so he had way more than I did.
A couple 100 million?
Yeah.
Wait, and a couple 100 million Doge?
Doge. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. He got in when I got in. But what he did was crazy. Every job, I guess he worked for an online, like he worked on, I don't know, some sort of internet company. He took his paycheck every year 100% in Doge for the past like 7.5 years.
I did hear about this guy. Yeah.
So he took his entire paycheck in Doge and then he also traded as well. So
right.
Like he would trade like $1 million back and forth. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Robbie Gilchrist asks, Steven Steele, do you know how many whales are left? We'll talk about the whales for a minute. I think that's an important thing to kind of reiterate. So
we got one of them here.
Yeah. So whales, first of all, they're not nearly as big of a deal as they were first perceived, and I'll tell you why. Like, well, first of all, some of the big whales have already sold off or greatly sold off a large chunk of Doge, which I'm sure they're kind of bummed about now. But I remember a couple really big whales sold way down when we were at like 8 cents, 8.5 cents, something like that. And so the herd did get thin to a degree. The second thing I would say is that we've learned that most of the remaining big whales in Doge are likely exchange wallets, right? So exchange wallets are there basically to function as inventory for crypto trading applications, whether it's Voyager or Robinhood or something like that. And the biggest whale wallet of all, which is 28% of Dogecoin, belongs to Robinhood for inventory purposes. So when you consider that, that's not really going to have a negative effect on the market. That doesn't really have nearly as a significant impact as it would had one person, say, that's not an exchange, owns 30% of the market.
In the case of Ethereum, like Ethereum has like 3 dudes controlling
70%. Right.
Like,
so it's not necessarily it's not necessarily a deal breaker. And it's so funny to see. I've been seeing a lot of real anti-Doge people online that have Ethereum tags in their bios, but then they're like slamming Dogecoin for their whales. It's just like, okay.
I know, it's crazy. People don't do the research on their investments.
They don't.
Just shocks the hell out of me. I don't know how people walk around with like putting money in stuff and that they don't know anything about how it works or who owns it or anything like that.
I want to get more into that point there after I get to the super chat. Crypto Tank Grill, $4.99. Crash the party like me and dazzle them. This is the Doge way. Crash and dazzle. I like that. Crash and Dazzle, Crypto Tank Girl. Love the username, by the way. Yeah. So, in regards to that, the chat is just on fire tonight, guys. By the way, if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you. If you're new here, I want you to press 1 in the chat right now. If this is your first time watching Steven Steele Live, I want you to press 1 right now. And guys, we're going on over 450 people in chat right now, and about 200 likes. So let's get the likes up. You know me, we got to get the likes up. So if you could just take a moment to do that, it's the number one thing you can do to help a new but rapidly emerging channel like this get up into those tricky YouTube algorithms, get in front of more eyes. So it takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. So just if you could just do that real quickly. Look at all the ones. Look at all the ones. Just fantastic. Wow. I'm going to try to... Robbie Gilchrist, it's not your first time. A couple of you guys are cheaters, man. So I'm going to try to motor through a bunch of these.
You're not going to get through all these. Look at how many... Holy cow. There's so many new people here. This is crazy.
All right. I'm going to try. I'd like to personally welcome these people for their first time here. AB, Magda, Kosiara. I hope the names aren't all that complicated to me. I'll go if I go down. Rochelle Ray Design, Mina Lim, Rethish Nair, Trey Pride, Fred Rolling, Mystic Gypsy, More Than Planet, Giuseppe Formaggio, Jeff Carrington, Yavan Hackett, Ethrit. No, I was going to say, I've seen you in here before. Horace NG, Jeremy Samos, Slick Change Money Train. I like that. Welcome. Jackass Toy. Welcome. Maria Tensoglides. Evan May, Username DM Stark, Richard G, Brandon Jackson, Irish Cowboy, Lou Pareto, Josh Hoagland, Twiz Handles, Joe St. Columbus Jr., Agent Rain, Michael Paul Lane, More Than Planet, Rethish Nair, Hang M, Cray Astor Spray. This is not your first time in here. How am I? I can't forget a name like that. And Pepper, Blessing Relaxation, Junior, Flat Earth, DIY, Mama of Four, Jarrett Dunham, and Eric Whalen, and Melvin Brand, Biggie Man 52. Okay, that's about enough as I have time to do. But thank you guys, and I want to encourage. If I apologize if I missed a couple of you or if I mispronounced any last names. But I would encourage you all to subscribe. This is a new channel. We are merging so quickly and growing so quickly, and we just would love to have you along for the ride to the moon and beyond. We just have a great time here. I'm making money together, shooting the breeze, just having fun, and covering the Doge on the daily, among other things. And so yeah, stick around, hit the notification bell, hit that subscribe.
I told my girlfriend tonight about my left bicep. She loved it.
Oh, nice.
I still think that's awesome. I don't think he's in here tonight, but
not that we know of. I mean, we'll see.
I did train arms today, so I do have a bit of a bicep pump going on right now.
All right, buddy. So let's talk about when we were talking about how there's people that. Right now, it's kind of bringing them out of the woodwork, right? And this is a very predictable, and I don't see it as a bad sign. I just see it as just one of the inevitable repercussions of having a coin that's growing so much and permeating so much of the mainstream culture now, and making so much progress in the market, right? So consequentially, you have a certain segment of the population that always is defaulted, right? They're always defaulted to contrarian mode, I'd say. I'd say there's certain people in every society, a certain percentage that you can count on to be reflexively contrarian, right? To no matter what's going on. And sometimes, just by happenstance, the reflexively contrarian are correct. and other times they come across incredibly uninformed. And particularly when it comes to Dogecoin, they come off shockingly uninformed. And Blackbeard, $5 super chat, no FOMO, just buy mo and hold mo. Sheesh. Thank you, Blackbeard. Appreciate that. I love that, man. So in relation to that, what have been your experiences? What's your take on all this?
Okay, so I have an awesome story, by the way.
Yeah, lay it on us.
This was post our last run-up, when we had our last big pump. I'm trying to get to the date here. This must have been like probably the 17th or the 18th. I posted something about, how it was that day where I made that Bitcoin post, and all those Bitcoin people like jumped on my neck, and one of them was extremely contrarian, and I can't remember his name. I'm not going to call him out because I don't want people to go hate whatever his page, but he had his avatar was like Beetlejuice. I'll remember that. And
I love Beetlejuice.
I do too. I know, and that's why I went out of my way to be like super nice to this guy, and he was a Bitcoin maxi dude, and he was like, Doge is not going to become anything. The inflation rate is too crazy. It's just like you're joking yourself if you think you're going to make any gains on this coin.
Right.
And I was like, I basically came at him like super calm, real cool and collected. It was like, hey bro, just relax. We're just here to have a good time. We're not here to, I've become a millionaire off it, but people aren't here to like, we're not trying to store value. We're trying to create a usable currency.
Right.
And by doing so, we're creating a community that encourages other people to use this as actual currency. Mm-hmm. And like, after a couple comments, he came, like, you could see like the light bulb going off in his head. And he was like, wait, you're not trying to store any value? Like, you're just trying to like use it? And I was like, yeah, exactly. And he's like, all right, I tell you what, I'm gonna buy some Doge right now, and I'll see what happens. And so this was on like,
how long ago was this?
This was like the 20. It was right after I started talking to him on like the 18th or 19th, and he said he was gonna buy some after the big dump. So this must have been like the 23rd. And he commented on my post like yesterday, like he came back and he was like, I am so glad that you told me about this. And like he was like I've been talking smack about Doge for so many years. I just didn't understand what it was for, or like the community or anything. And he was like, right. I am so glad I listened to you. I think he said he made like $80,000 or something. He's like a big Bitcoin guy. Wow. Yeah. So like, I was like, no problem, bro. I just wanted to like not be an a-hole and like all these other crypto guys, and just kind of explain to you what we're doing here and how it has nothing to do with storing value, and how it has everything to do with just creating a fun, usable community coin. That's it. Like, right. It's not. I think a lot of other crypto people try and overcomplicate crypto, and they put in all these buzzwords and like, to make themselves feel like so smart compared to the other coins. And it's like, nope, we're just here to have fun and like use it. That's it. And clearly that strategy has been working. So yeah, cool story. I don't know. I just figured. No, it's great. It's good to hear. It's good to hear that someone actually was able to kind of get out of their own kind of confirmation bubble of bias in order to actually take some good advice that obviously proved to be greatly beneficial to them. So yeah, that's awesome. Let's see, did I miss a super chat up here? Oh yeah, Cray Cray Astro Spray coming in with a $2 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Cray Cray Astro Spray. Do you know when Elon is actually going to the moon? Do you know, Nick Balls?
I
I don't know if they have. I know the year might be set, but I don't know if they like have an actual day.
I would guess
2024.
Yeah, that's what I've said. It's a couple years away, I believe.
Yeah.
I thought it was like about 2.5 years away, if I recall.
Yeah, they say unlikely to. NASA might be likely to send people in 2024. I don't know. It's gonna take. I mean, they're gonna use the Dragon, and that still has like a ton of R&D, and like they got to do a bunch of stuff for that. So they did just land one today, though. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, very cool. Someone's asking me, when did you first buy Doge, Steven Steele? My first buy-in anyway was right at around 2 cents. And for Nick, it was like a fraction of 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 a penny. Yeah. So it's interesting because I've been kind of embroiled myself in a bit of the Twitter dust-ups with all the haters coming out, because I get a lot of this stuff directed at me because now that I'm a kind of a Doge-centric show host, you know? So yeah, I've just been seeing a lot. And it's interesting because it just never ceases to amaze me how almost all of the most vocal Doge critics, they just still don't know anything about the coin. Like, they don't know any of the basic fundamentals about the coin. And the thing is, they could resolve this through literally 10 minutes of tops of research on a browser. And it's just amazing to me.
I watched a guy, and I don't remember the YouTuber, so I'm not going to name names, but I watched a video this morning by a guy, and he was actually pretty positive on Doge, and he was actually very confident that it was going to $1. But he said the thing you need to be aware of is that there's a possibility of a 51% attack. And which is, this, by the way, this is true for all coins. It's not just Doge. Any coin has the possibility of having a 51% attack, but it's funny, the metrics that he used to show because it costs a certain amount of money per hour, per minute to do a 51% attack. And he's like, Doge's 51% attack cost is 30,000 per hour. That was and the metrics he used were from Litecoin, because Doge is a fork of Litecoin. And the numbers for the attack vector was from like 4 years ago.
Yes.
And like, so it is exponentially more costly to do that now. And like in the video, he just had old information. Right. And it's like, dude, did you even like look at, before you publish this video, did you like look at the like the cost to 51% attack Doge now is in like the billions. Like, it would cost you $1 billion per hour to do that. Like, right. Who has that kind of money? One, and who would benefit from that? Who has that kind of money? It doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, I think Doge is actually now, because of the amount of coins in circulation, minus the coins that have been lost, Doge is actually one of the safest cryptos. Oh, hands down. Hands down. Having, like, BTC is actually very, with Satoshi's wallet sitting out there, having less coins makes the crypto less safe. Right. Actually.
I agree. I agree. And let's get into that. That last sentence that you had, just bookmark that. And I want to come back to that point after I get through these super chats. Cray Cray Astro Spray comes with another super chat, says it's CK Cray. I know that, but when I look at your username, I just see Cray Cray Astro Spray, and we'll take a vote. We'll take a vote to the room. I think Cray Cray Astro Spray is a much better username than CK Cray Astro Spray. I feel like you got to go in one of two directions. It's like in this in-between zone. I'm not sure how to feel about it. Either has to go Cray Cray Astro Spray, or it has to just go CK Astro Spray. But this CK Cray Astro Spray just phonetically, it's just not jiving as much for me. But I am going to stick with nicknaming you Cray Cray Astro Spray. We'll see what the room has to say. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I like Cray Cray. Oh, hey, my arms, my left bicep's here.
my left bicep is here. Seeker of Glory coming in at a $10 super chat. Thank you, Seeker of Glory, for the generous super chat. Really appreciate it. What's up, Stephen and Nick? I have a question. If Dogecoin keeps raising in value, why would anyone spend Doge as a currency since you would have to buy it back at a higher price? You want to take a stab at that, Nick?
Yeah, well, I would let people know that obviously right now, as Doge is shooting up in value,
yes,
just like we tell people this when we're going parabolic, like don't fall into the trap of like feeling like you have to sell or feeling like you have to buy.
Right.
Whenever a crypto is shooting up or shooting down, it's a good time to just kind of chill and not feel obligated to do anything.
Right.
So why would anybody spend Doge when you know it's going to go up? I think everyone is kind of well aware that Doge is eventually going to stabilize somewhere a bit over $1. This could happen in the very near future. Once the market kind of evaluates what Doge is worth, then it would be a perfect solution for a usable cryptocurrency. But until then, don't feel obligated like you have to spend it or you have to buy it or you have to sell it. Because right now Doge is in a very heavy price discovery mode.
Yes.
And we are just not, I talk about this every night. We're not valued what our worth is. Now you could make the argument, would you want to hold it to go up in value for years down the road? Sure. You could set, 75% of your portfolio away for coming, like I did, for 7 years later and see where it is, and maybe 25% you use at businesses, and I kind of do that with a small fraction of mine. So just kind of look at it like that. Like, there's a potential here for this to be worth more in the future. But the nice thing about Doge is it's fractional. We're not talking about like one Bitcoin that's going to be worth $60,000. A Doge is never going to be worth $60,000. Best case scenario, it's like $5 or $10. So it's never going to be like, whoa, this is crazy. It's always going to be usable.
Right. Always going to be usable. Great answer there. And then another super chat came in from your left bicep, Nick. And your left bicep says, did someone holla? $1.99. Thank you. Thank you, Nick's bicep. Appreciate that. Appreciate your biceptical support. So what were we talking about before those super chats again? Oh yeah. How it's much easier. It's much more dangerous with these wallets and stuff on smaller coins. Yeah. These large wallets, right?
Yeah. I mean, obviously people like the biggest, positive for Bitcoin is scarcity, right? They always talk, it's scarce. There's only 21 million.
Right.
Well, 1 million of those is owned by a man who you have no idea where he is. And at any moment he could dump those million and you would be screwed. It would cause the coin to just tank. I think most people are pretty well aware that isn't going to happen, but it's a possibility. It's not out of the realm. It's not out of the realm of possibility. So,
right.
The less coins that you have, the more probable a 51% attack is. Now, of course, coin cost affects that metric. So with Bitcoin, that does obviously that makes a difference. But who's to say there's not somebody out there with a wallet that somebody has 100K or 250,000 Bitcoin in a wallet? They could dump that, and they could cause a massive sell-off. So, I mean,
it was kind of that's how it's able to, like, when you see different groups get together online and in forums where they're like, we're gonna pump we're going to pump and dump this coin. It's always some really obscure coin with a super low market cap and obvious and cost. And so consequently, those coins are much easier to manipulate if you just get a group of people. And sometimes it doesn't even have to be that big of a group of people. Like, we have enough people in this chat right now where if we wanted to, we could do something like that and profoundly impact the market value of one of these really, really small coins. Local Enterprise Broadcasting coming in at $4.99 super chat. Thank you, LEB. Appreciate that again. Everyone focuses on Doge's value as a spending currency, completely forgetting their current USD is becoming worthless by the day. Your thoughts, Nick?
Facts. I mean, listen, we have unregulated inflation going on in the United States, and by the way, not just the United States, all first world countries.
Yes.
Essentially, last year, all first world countries agreed. They came together and they said, "Look, nobody's working. We've got all these people out of work. Everybody's sick. We're just going to print our way out of this and deal with it later." Well, you cut to a year down the road, and now we're looking at 60 Dogecoins.
Right.
And I think that price is only going up because, at least with Doge, there's only 5 billion coming out every year. And every year that'll represent a smaller and smaller portion of the total. So it's actually decreasing. It's decreasing inflation over time instead of unregulated, unchecked inflation over time, which is essentially what our actual government's currency is. It's unregulated inflation. That is, by the way, bound to nothing. We used to be set on something called the gold standard. We gave that up a long time ago. I mean, it makes sense that people are now flocking to other means of using and storing and transferring wealth, and that is crypto.
Yeah, well stated. I really don't have anything to add to that because it's. I think that was pretty solidly said there. So, Nick, we've been trading sideways today between anywhere between. I think we got down to even. What was the low today? Let's take a look. 62.
52.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the charts when all that was going on.
It was early, I think, or no, it was like 11, 10:30.
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm not glued to the Doge chart 24 hours a day anyway, guys. So I actually was totally stepped away and not worried or concerned about the charts when it took that big dipperoo. Though I wish I was paying a little more attention because I did end up buying a little more Doge today, and I would have bought it at that 52. But I ended up buying some Doge right at about 60. What did I say? About 62 cents. So, and it's one of those things too where could it go lower? Sure. I also know that I was thinking about buying some more right at about 49 cents, right?
I'm gonna do Blackbeard here.
Yep.
Super chat from Blackbeard. Say what you want about Doge, but its money supply is harder, more transparent, and more predictable than the US dollar. That's the real joke.
Yeah, that was
Winklevoss.
That was thank you for that, Blackbeard. Thank you for your $10 super chat. Appreciate it. Yeah, totally. That was a tweet, I believe, today from Tyler Winklevoss. Just absolutely spot on. I mean, you can't really put it into sum it up more clearly or more effectively stated than that, right?
Sure. And I would just like to add that, I think everyone and their mom is well aware that we're going to be seeing a sell-off post or prior to or the next day after SNL. Unless Elon goes on SNL and says, Doge is the new cryptocurrency of Tesla. We're going to use it for everything. And, if he just pulls like the most crazy nonsense, then okay, I could see the price like shooting through the roof. Yeah, for sure. But I don't expect that to happen. I expect there to be a pretty steep sell-off post SNL, which is normal, and that's just how this whole buying and selling works. However, I will say that I have had more people in the past 2 days hit me up from my past. Like today, it was mostly ex-coworkers, people that I used to work with at my old company, who are like, "I can't believe you retired. I hate you. Where should I buy Doge and when?" And all of these people are waiting, and they all know that come after SNL, the price is going to go down, and there's a lot of people waiting for that to happen. A lot.
Mm-hmm.
I know of 20 or 30 just by myself, and I can't. I'm only one guy.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a huge mass of the populace who have become wise to the ups and downs of news and selling and buying volume, and people are ready, and people are willing, ready, and able to load up, and they're looking for a discount, and it's gonna come,
right?
And they're gonna get it. So it should be interesting. I'm really excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, me too. And what do you think of the sentiment, Nick, that someone buying in right now at about 64 cents, that there's still good money to be made? What do you think about that?
Well, I tell everybody, people who hit me up, I tell them the same thing. When you're talking about anything, doesn't matter, crypto, stocks, or whatever, if you're in the US, at least, I don't know how it works in other countries, but if you're in the United States, you're going to want to hold on to this stuff for at least a year. Do you believe the price of Doge at 60 cents is good, a year from now? I do. I think that's still a great deal. I think a year from now, we'll be looking at a couple bucks, at least. So, yeah, I mean, as long as you're okay with how, buying in when you feel comfortable and having that comfortability to be able to hold it for 12 months, sure, that's could you wait to the weekend and see if there's a flash crash and buy the dip? Sure. Why not? You're not going to lose any. I mean, the worst thing that's going to happen is it's going to run up over $1, and the same exact thing is going to happen, because you know what? If it runs up over $1, I'll tell you, I'm going to sell a little bit myself. So there's going to be heavy selling pressure around $1. I'm pretty sure we're all well aware of that. So, yeah, I tell people who are getting into cryptocurrency right now, they see the Doge market exploding. Don't worry so much about your buy-in price. Like, it's, essentially try and get the best deal you can. If you see a major dip, buy it up. And if you're going to do anything, don't spend your whole bag on one buy, like right now. Split it up, because maybe you get some at 60. We might run up to $1 on Saturday, and then we might correct down to 50 by Sunday. So you can always split it up.
Yeah, I agree. And just so I'm just catching up on what's going on in the chat there. A couple of people said they got a couple of regulars.
Take a break here real quick.
Sure, no problem. Yeah, a couple of the regulars in there kind of bummed they got timed out and stuff. I don't think it was the mods. My mods are super fair. They wouldn't do that to one of the regulars. That, especially if you weren't being super out of line. So what happened, guys, what's going on, I think I fixed it now, but I've been playing around through Stream Elements, a new security kind of bot thing, but I turned a lot of those filters off, right? I turned them off, and so I'm just going to go back to relying on my mods for that stuff. So yeah, that was unintended. So just wanted to clarify that, and I think I went back in the settings right now. I think I remedied that problem. So, Steven, steel, gold, precious metals, are they worth pairing with crypto? I mean, they're worth pairing just like a stable coin is pairing, right? It's just a backed asset pairing. I mean, there has been talk of that, actually. Peter Schiff wants to see a gold bonded crypto, but it also kind of defeats the purpose of a lot of crypto to have like something that's gold or silver bonded, for the simple fact of decentralization. Firstly, so it kind of undermines the general principle of it. At the same time, I'm kind of indifferent to it. Like I don't have an issue with it being there, just for maybe convenience purposes for the digital transferring of such things. I mean, that's fine. Streamlabs auto mods always overtly brutal. Yeah, I'm kind of noticing that now, but I think I dialed it back significantly, so it should be all right now, guys. Should be all right now. People are saying the chart is frozen. Let me refresh that sucker. Let me get right in there.
And we're back.
Welcome back, buddy. You don't have to put it in all caps. I know the ticker is frozen. I refreshed it, guys. Don't worry. It's coming through.
Your running man is still working, and that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I just this cracks me up. So there we have it. And I've noticed a lot more action going on with more and more companies, and big companies are piling on Doge now, getting on the Doge wagon. And this is, to me, the most encouraging sign of everything else going on right now, because I do believe...
As you say that, I'm getting an ad on my phone for Dogecoin. Not even kidding.
Really?
Yeah, I opened up Snapchat, and it's crypto.com. Buy Dogecoin.
Wow.
0% credit.
Yeah, it's interesting to see these exchanges. Almost all the ads lately have been using Dogecoin as a way to attract new users and investors, right?
Hilarious, because there's no trademark on it. So all these companies, they can use Doge to their heart's content. All they get is benefits. They get no downside. And it just makes the price go higher. I love it. I knew that. I saw this, like, that was one thing that like made me so attracted to Doge 7 years ago. I was like, this is a brilliant idea.
Right.
I don't know who made this up, but this is really smart.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like, what's great now is so many businesses are becoming like, if they don't take Doge, they're like using Doge like in commercials or on social media to associate themselves with Doge, their brand with Doge, etc. I do think we're getting to a point where there's going to be so many businesses that accept Doge that, I mean, I think we're already shaping up. Doge is already shaping up right now, just on the sheer numbers of it, that to be the number one digital currency in retail. There's really not any other crypto even close right now aside from Bitcoin, but we know that Bitcoin in retail space is destination nowhere.
Yeah.
So
and because everybody's using Bitcoin to buy stuff, right?
Right. Someone else was talking about in chat. I'd have to scroll back a little bit, but they said something effective. So what's the deal? What's the reasoning why Doge won't be as worth as much as Bitcoin or Ethereum? It's kind of structured that way through math and the soft cap. I don't know if you want to elaborate more on that, Nick.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest with you, and guys, I was around when the old magic was written. Like, there was no sentiment in the community 7.5 years ago to ever compete price-wise with any other crypto, even Litecoin at the time. It's just, we knew that we were never, just based off of the mathematics of the coin, that was never the point of Doge. Doge was never supposed to be $30, $40, $50, even $100. It's just the math doesn't add up. Like it wouldn't work. Like we would be if Doge was $100, it would be like a multi-trillion-dollar market cap. It just wouldn't happen. You know, is there a world where that exists? Like, is there a part of the simulation where the Doge is worth like $100? Maybe, you know, but I think if whatever world that is, there's probably huge problems like economically, like with other things. So yeah, Doge just was not created to be this massive value store. It's not why it was created. It was created to be transactable and efficient and not, you know, never, like, the idea wasn't to be cheap, but to be cost effective for like 99% of the average person. Which, by the way, guys, like when I bought Doge 7 years ago, that's what made me buy so much of it, because I was like, well, even back then, I think Bitcoin was like $700 or something. I'm like, dude, I can't buy this. Like, like one of these is gonna wipe me out at the time. You know, obviously it became worth a lot more, but percentage wise, Doge has way outperformed Bitcoin. So the whole store of value argument is kind of moot on Bitcoin's behalf, because it really didn't store its value as well as Dogecoin did, you know, dollar for dollar. So yeah, I mean, it's just, Doge is not meant to be like $1,000 or whatever. Even you know, $5, $10, like I think that would probably be about the max, you know, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'd say I could see it going to 10, honestly. I could see it going to 10.
Sure.
So I don't know if you even want to take this one, because I'm just kind of worn out at like explaining things to folks.
You know, they're in the matrix and the code is Doge.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally, it's when people say it has no use case, it's literally money that you can buy stuff with. And there's more businesses jumping on board to accept Dogecoin than any other coin in the market right now. And in the near future, the entire MLB is going to be taking it. The entire NBA is going to be taking it. Airlines are now entertaining it. And it goes on and on. Every day there's just a new string of corporations. So,
2 seconds. I think you got technical difficulties.
We're back on. There was just there's a dip, but we're back. It looks back to me. Let me know if it's not back.
Tested. We're good.
Okay, so Robbie Gilchrist coming in with just a $15 super chat. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate you, man.
Robbie's the man.
Yeah, Robbie's baller, man. Robbie's baller. Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you here. And there's another question I was going to field in the chat, but so what's going on? My Stream Elements? Do you guys tell me, did my Stream Elements bot? It didn't like permanently kick ban Beef Supreme out, did it? Or did it put him on like a timeout? Can you tell me what's up with that? Because I want to fix it. I want to fix it and get Beef Supreme back in here. Okay, so there are actions being taken right now through what's that service again?
BitPay.
BitPay, right? Sorry, BitPay. So BitPay just recently announced that you can already now buy gift cards with Doge for Amazon, AMC, GameStop, Nintendo, Sony, Ruth Chris, Steakhouse, and a bunch of other ones. So I thought that was pretty cool. So you can just buy a ton of different gift cards now with Dogecoin, which is wild. And so
this is how it starts.
This is how it starts, man. So technically, you can use Doge now on Amazon. Technically,
the first article, by the way, if you search on Google News,
Yes.
BitPay, Amazon. The number one article that was posted 22 hours ago is
Yes.
Dogecoin price reaches all-time high. Is Dogecoin going to hit $1 soon? However, Amazon has not yet made a statement about accepting Dogecoin, but it goes on, and yeah, I mean, this is how it starts, people. Watch what happens. Like,
okay.
You know?
Yeah, totally. This it's happening. Yeah, this is how it happens. It is how it happens, and yeah. So technically, you can shop on Amazon using Dogecoin, but you have to right now. Just to be clear, you got to buy Amazon gift cards with Doge. Johnny Yabera, good to see you, man. Good to see you, Johnny Yabera, one of my first supporters of my solo efforts. Thank you, Johnny. Johnny coming in with a generous super chat of $19.99. Thank you so much, Johnny. Really appreciate it. Hi, Doge family. Another awesome day. Love the Doge momentum and the awesome attitude of Johnny Yabera. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. Yes. Good to see you. Another awesome day indeed. We're doing it to it. Things are looking really good overall. Can things be turned around tonight in terms of, not that we're doing badly now, we're really not, but can things be turned around tonight and kind of going in a trajectory of 65 cents and beyond? I certainly think it's probable. I've kind of stopped trying to make short-term predictions for now with Doge, other than a few basics. What do you say, Nick? Do you think we could still be poised for 75 cents by Saturday?
Well, you know, I always point out a couple TA channels that I check out all the time. One of them is Trader Talks, and somebody commented the other day that the guy kind of looks like he could be my brother. We look like we're related, I guess. And then Miles G Investments as well. Pretty good Doge related TA guys. They're good TA guys in general.
Right.
But if you look at the Fibonacci retracement levels, I think we have a level that we're not to yet.
Right.
But it's around that 69 or 70 cent level, which is resistance for us, or all-time high previously.
Right.
Past that 70 cent level, I think the next fib is up to around the 75 cent level.
Right.
Then after that, it is clear to like 98 cents or something like that. So
right.
Yeah, if we can get through like 75 cents, we would be clear to almost $1. Will we see that type of price action play out in the next 2 or 3 days? It's possible. You know, a lot of people are saying Doge is going to get to $1 come Saturday. You know, there's a lot of drive. There's articles being written about that. Will that happen? I don't know. I have no idea. I just know that in my everything that I feel and everything that I know about this crypto, it doesn't matter what happens on Saturday night. As we currently stand, Doge is worth more than $1. And I will not be selling any Doge until we have leveled off at over $1. And that might take a few weeks or a few months, but it doesn't matter to me. I've waited 7.5 years, and I can wait 7.5 more. It does not matter to me. We will be worth $1 when the Doge God deems it so, you know.
So do you still think we can get to $1 within the next 2 months? Do you still think that can happen?
I don't think I don't necessarily think it would even take 2 months. You know, with all of the things we still have a Coinbase listing to look forward to. There's so many like upcoming events that we still have yet to accomplish. And each one of these things will drive our price action a little bit more and a little bit more. Coinbase is going to be huge, obviously. So Yeah, I mean, I think we can do. I can comfortably say that within the next 2 months, we could probably be over $1, or I should say, at least clear that dollar level. It's going to take some concerted effort for Doge to break through $1 and maintain, because everybody has this in their mind, like Doge is worth $1, so we're all going to sell it then. But like, I don't necessarily think that will be the case. And I think that there's some large financial institutions that are going to step in here and and really try and take hold of the market through $1. And if I should say it would be wise for them to do such, because this is a long-term play that you know could prove very profitable in the next 2 to 3 years for big money.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Robbie Gilchrist just sliding in with another $15 there. Thank you so much, Robbie. That's awesome, man. Thank you, Robbie. Really appreciate it, man. It's awesome. Guys, if you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and invite you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. We've been building out pretty quickly here, a little over a month now, but the channel is growing rapidly. We'd love to have you along for the ride and our ascendance to the moon and beyond. And and if you haven't hit that thumbs up button, feel free to smash it. We're just talking about, what we might be able to expect in the next 2 months from Doge, what we might be able to expect going into SNL here. Now we are at hump day. We got 2.5 days to go. Robbie Gilchrist is asking about I never knew how to pronounce that correctly, but I've always pronounced it Fibonacci retracement.
Fibonacci.
Okay.
Fibonacci retracement, which is the Fibonacci is the sequence in a pattern in nature that plays out in pretty much everything. Yes. You can measure Fibonacci levels in trees and leaves, and also the pattern of the Fibonacci sequence is pretty much everywhere. But what it really comes in useful when measuring high and low levels of stock charts, or in our case, cryptocurrency charts. So Fibonacci is a little tool. If you go to tradingview.com, it's free, by the way. You can use free Fibonacci retracement tools with no fee. And all you do is you drag. Let me get rid of it here. You just take a measurement from the weekly, or you could even do daily, but most people who use it, they use it on a weekly pattern. Or you could go out further. You could do it on a monthly. And you draw the pattern from the lowest low to the highest high, and you can see levels of price. Usually it's weird how accurate the Fibonacci levels are. You can, and you can drag it up and see like exactly where levels of resistance are. And these levels hit at what are known as like the 236 level, the 382 level, the 50% level, the 618 level. These are all different levels within the Fibonacci retracement pattern. And if you can follow these levels, you'll see areas of resistance and areas of support. Very useful, very helpful for people who are measuring any type of price action.
Yeah, I knew you'd be able to explain it a bit better than I could. So thank you for that. Erectile Reptile coming in $20 super chat. Thank you so much, Erectile Reptile. We really appreciate it tonight, guys. Really appreciate it. Fact. Twister was considered a risky game when it came out in the 1960s. Great stream tonight, boys. Twister. Have you ever heard of the game Twister from the 1960s?
Oh yeah, and actually, fun fact.
Yeah.
One of the first places I ever DJ'd was a bar in Chicago called the Risque Cafe.
I know where. I remember the Risque Cafe.
Wow. I was gonna say, when I saw your picture, you reminded me of a DJ that I used to like see down there. There was maybe a chance that in the early 2010s we
Probably
ran into each other.
Honestly, that was around probably Nick, because that was around the time where I was DJing quite a bit in Chicago.
It was called Zombies vs. Skeletons.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at the Risque Cafe and the Cobra Lounge, which is where
Yeah.
That's where I DJ'd.
Oh, you DJ'd at the Cobra Lounge. Yep, I know where that is.
Yep.
Oh, that is wild, Nick. I used to, that is wild. Small world, man. I used to DJ, well, sometimes they'd put me on as like an opener for one of the larger touring DJs at, oh gosh, what is the club below the Metro? Smart Bar?
Smart Bar.
Yeah, Smart Bar. So I get rotated as like an opening DJ sometimes for similar acts to my kind of music I used to make. It was Smart Bar, and then I used to DJ. The place looked like Pee-wee's Playhouse on the inside. Club Berlin. Used to DJ Club Berlin sometimes.
Yeah.
And then one other place I used to Soundbar. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Then I used to DJ at Soundbar, and then the rest were just gigs with my band. So when the Double Doors around, I used to play at the Double Door. I used to open up for a number of acts at Metro and Shuba's. It was called. Yeah, some live venue called Shuba's. So, yeah, man, wow, small world.
Really small world.
We probably passed. We probably had like 1 degree of separation somewhere along the line about 10 years ago. You know that?
Yeah, for sure. I was, that was right when EDM was really popping off.
Yep.
And I was I was like dubstep guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
For Chicago for a while.
Yeah. So okay. Yeah. I mean, that sound it really blew up, man. It really blew up. Now it's still there. It's just morphed into. It's just morphed into like a different sound. I hear like younger people now refer to dubstep, and it sounds very aggressive, but it just sounds different. It doesn't sound like the dubstep of 10 years ago, but they still consider it. So I don't know.
It's interesting. Dubstep used to have I used to really like, the more melodic, or even like the fun jump up dubstep of like Circus Records and Flux Pavilion and those guys. Like I really enjoyed that, kind of reggae inspired dubstep, jump up dubstep. That was a lot of fun. I used to be friends with that guy. His name's Josh.
Okay, yeah, wild. Armand Avery, $1.99 super chat. Appreciate that, Armand. Appreciate the support. Peachtree, Steven, I worked at Fragile Music Group and worked with Lee Marshall that started House. Oh, wow.
Cool.
Lee Marshall something. Yeah, classic house, like really early classic house sound out of Chicago from the late 80s into the early, like 88, 80, what was that be, 87 to 90, 91. That stuff's it's like very primitive, but very cool, like the classic stuff. It's just got a lot of character.
Steven, you would like this. The bassist for Jefferson Starship is my chiropractor now.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
Yeah.
Are you serious right now?
100% serious, yeah.
What?
Yeah. The bass player from Jefferson Starship is my, not chiropractor, but massage guy. Yeah, he's my massage guy.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That is
100%.
What's his name? What's his first name?
He's on Instagram as Massage Mayhem. His name's Brett. I don't know.
Okay,
his
Brett.
last name.
Okay, yeah. That is wild, man. Wild.
Yeah.
So does he ever talk to you about the?
Oh, all the time.
The days.
I love it. He's got so many great. That like half of what we do is just like great stories of like, because he runs his place is called Massage Mayhem, and it's like you go in there and it's like a dungeon. And his whole thing is like it's super painful. It's all for like bodybuilders and powerlifters and stuff. So he digs into you. So like instead of like calming music playing, it's like like
hype
System of a Down and like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. But we just chat about like the old days of him touring with Def Leppard and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Yeah, that was the. Whenever I think of Jefferson Starship, all I can think about is the theme song to Mannequin. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Yeah, that is wild, man. Once I was on a flight from my home city to Los Angeles to do a couple of gigs out there, and the dude that ended up sitting next to me on the airplane was also a musician, and then we ended up talking longer, and it turns out he was the keyboard player for this incredibly popular like soft rock band from the 70s called Ambrosia. And yeah, they were absolutely massive. Ambrosia is one of those bands that as soon as you hear one of these hits, you go, oh, that band, I know who that is. So I'm trying to think.
Biggest part of me.
Yeah. You're the biggest part of me. Yeah, that band. And so Sunshine. Yeah, so yeah, I ended up sitting next to the keyboard player from Ambrosia, and he was telling me all these wild stories, and he ended up also being the backup keyboardist, the secondary keyboardist for Bruce Hornsby in The Range. But he was telling me that back in the day on like the giant airliners, the giant 747s, some of them, the really big ones, they would have a baby grand piano in a little lounge area in the back.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
So yeah. And I was like, a baby grand? He's like, oh, yeah. People used to drink and smoke in this lounge area around the baby grand. And he said, I just used to get on that baby grand piano, and we just would take requests and play songs, and everyone would sing along, and we'd just party until the plane finally landed. Like, wow, man, things have really, really changed. Things have really changed.
Which band it was. I want to say it was Pink Floyd, but I might be wrong about this.
Yeah.
It might have been Def Leppard. I can't remember. One of those like bands of that time had they had an airplane that had like a fireplace on it or something crazy like that. I can't remember who it was, or like it had like a jacuzzi in it or something. It was something wild like that. Of course, it was back in like the 70s or early 80s. I can't remember who it was, but one of those bands had a crazy airplane with like all sorts of. Maybe it was Iron Maiden. I don't remember.
Yeah. Wild stuff. Jamie says, first time, great job, guys. Thank you so much. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and encourage you to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Appreciate that. So, I mean, what else is in the Doge-centric hemisphere right now? You said you involved yourself in with one of these. What are they calling these rooms, by the way? These room chats they're putting in Twitter now. What are they calling?
Clubhouse, but it's not.
Yeah, it's like Clubhouse on Twitter. That's what they did. Yeah.
I've been getting pulled into these things recently, and they're like. You put up a tweet the other day that was hilarious, by the way.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's.
It was something about that because I've personally sat in on I've tried sitting in on a few of them now that are Doge related or crypto related. These Twitter Clubhouse-esque stream meetings, and it could have been just my bad luck, but like all 5 of them that I sat in on were astoundingly bad. Really not informative at all, and really not very interesting or informative, and rather obnoxious.
It was I'm trying to find the tweet now because it was so spot on. I'll tell you this much: the first Clubhouse, whatever it's called on Twitter, the same thing. The first one I got pulled into was all of the top Doge people. Right. And also they were trying to invite Elon Musk in the room.
Right.
It was can't remember who was in there. It was like the biggest account, like the biggest.
Wasn't
account. It was,
I heard about that. Yeah, Dogecoin Rise.
Dogecoin Rise, Sir whatever of the coin.
Right.
He was in there. Who else was in there? But Sir Doge of the coin. Risky was in there.
Yep. It's all Risky.
They weren't saying anything, but they were on. And it was just all the major Doge people. And it was like conspiratorial, like craziness of what is going to like the next 3 days. And then they brought me in, and like right when I came on, they were like, speaking of whales, we've got Nick Balls in here. I'm like, guys, I don't know where you're getting your information from.
Right.
It was funny. I thought it was funny, and you know what they were saying was kind of true and crazy. I mean, it was crazy stuff to think of and be saying or whatever. But there was some insider info, and there was some big accounts in there. And I heard and I saw. I wasn't in this room, but the other night they had the same room going, and Elon joined. Right. For like 2 minutes. And then he bounced.
And he pounced out, yeah.
Who knows, man? I don't know what these guys have going on in these rooms. Some of them, I'll tell you, most of them are total duds.
Right.
That are organized by, freaking yokels.
Right.
But the ones that I'm getting pulled into, a couple of them are like, whoa, like these are big people in here. Yeah. I saw a SpaceX dude in there with like a checkmark SpaceX guy.
Okay, yeah.
So,
yeah, I guess I personally, I'll be very discretive about. I've gotten some invites to some, and I haven't to speak in a couple of them, but I just I haven't seen one that's interested me.
Yeah.
So,
the one that I thought was very interesting, that I got pulled into, the first one, I just got out of the gym. And I was like huffing and puffing and like sweating in my car, and then I got pulled into that, and they started saying crazy stuff, and I saw they were trying to get Elon on, and then they brought me up, and I started talking. I was like, guys, like, I can't, like, I'm sweating I couldn't stay on very long. I had to get out of there.
Yeah, I understand. Billy was there too, the creator of Doge, on the same Dogecoin Rise one, I guess. Maybe you're referring to. Did you see Billy in there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Billy was in there, and I don't quote me on this, but like right when I got in, he had like just gotten done speaking.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, I caught like there's like a word of it.
Right. Yeah, it's been great to see the evolution of Billy, and to the point where he become very bullish on Doge. From being not quite sure what to think of everything transpiring, and now he's in the front lines. It's awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad that you did what you did for him, because he's got to feel a little bit like the pizza guy, and he obviously he had much more of a contribution than that, and to give up that amount of money is it's got to be hard. So I put a little in on that.
Yeah, he actually tweeted something out the other day when we started getting over 60 cents. He's like, doing my best right now not to calculate how much money I'd have had I sold my Doge in 2013 or whatever. It's just like, oh, dude, that hurts.
Yeah, it's got to suck, man. Listen, I'm always very transparent with people. I tell people, listen, I sold 1 million coins. And if you took that average, it was like 8 cents and 17.5 cents. So the average is like whatever, like 16 cents or something. I felt bad about that, and I've got millions more on standby. So I know like a fraction of what that feeling is, and it's not good. So I would encourage everybody to help out Billy as much as they could. And I am so like, I hate the people who get in my comments or DM me like with a wallet address, like, can you please give me some Doge? You have so much. Begging. Don't go in people's DMs begging for Doge or on their statuses or whatever. That is so tacky.
Yeah, it's a bit unbecoming.
Yeah. But with that being said, the one person you should do it for is Billy. So, like, and I was happy to do so, and I think most people were. So, he literally created the coin. So, if you're gonna strictly donate Doge to anybody, it should be Billy.
Yeah. And I tried to give him a little bump there. I don't know if I was successful or not, but who knows?
Sure.
Let's see. Breaking news.
What?
A couple people are talking about David how do I say his last name? Goldstein, I think it is. Goldstein. But a couple people have mentioned his name now.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
So yeah, I'm wondering. I'm gonna go check out his Twitter to see if there's something I'm missing.
I think that guy was in that room.
Yeah, he was probably in that room with you. Yeah.
He was in that room. He was talking that night. David Goldstein? I don't know. He was in there.
Goldstein. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's very bullish on Doge and very bullish on Doge, and he talks a lot about Ethereum too. And
see, he just posted it.
What?
The room is open right now.
Oh, it is. Okay,
yeah.
That's what. I don't even see where the room is. It's not on his Twitter.
Oh, Batman's on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Doge Drip & Co. is in here right now. This is hilarious.
I don't even see where it is. Are you looking at it through your phone probably? Because I'm looking at. Right. Yeah, I'm looking at Twitter through my laptop, so that's probably why I don't see it.
Yeah. I'm on my phone.
Yep, that's why. Yeah. So yeah, we are in some retracement right now. We're going about a little below 62 cents right now, guys. A little below 62 cents. Artifact is here. Is that Artifact from Crypto Batman Show?
Yeah, it is. I think that is Artifact.
Are you sure it's the same one?
I think so. I thought he might have changed his.
I know. Artifact's avatar used to be like, I think something red, like a red.
Yeah, it's like red A.
Oh,
that
red
might be
A.
him though. He might have changed it.
He said, "Please, Nick, just check. Just 10 Dogecoins I need to feed my family."
I get that like 5 times a day. I'm no joke.
Oh yeah. I always get in the inbox, the other box. It's always filled with some long story, and then with a pitch for some Dogecoin. It's just like, for as much as I'd like to, it's just hard because it's just like you're literally just talking to an anonymous Twitter profile that could be anyone.
Would you go up like
any intention?
I'm sorry, but like if we I feel like I know you pretty well now. We talk like I talk to you pretty much every night at this point.
Yep.
Would it be weird if we met in real life and I was like, "Hey, bro, could you give me like $100?" Like,
yeah.
Like it's so weird.
Yeah,
like, Never in my life. I don't care how I wouldn't do that to my friends. Like,
right.
It's so strange.
Yeah.
Let alone like strangers on the internet. Get out of here. That's so crazy.
Frodo asks, it's been holding above 59 for a while. New floor, maybe. Yeah, I think it's safe to say like 59.60 is like the floor. But
yeah, I mean we broke down today to 52 and it just rocketed right back up. So,
yeah,
obviously you can see buying ranges right now. Like if you see a dip down below to I can't even see the level because it's freaking piled up, like 58. If you see anything 58 down to 52, good opportunity to get in. Not financial advice, financial fried rice.
Yes. So this was a article that came out today through Market Watch, and it's titled Oh, did they give me a paywall now? Oh, I used up all my freebies. Used up all my freebies. Okay. Never mind, not covering you, Market Watch. Oh, well. Oh, did you see this thing about this footage of Elon Musk signing toy Tesla cars and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, actually.
Yeah, that was a pretty interesting story. He autographed some toy Tesla cars outside, and then people asked him about Dogecoin ahead of the SNL performance at that, and Elon said,
"He looks so tired."
Yeah.
In that thing, his eyes were just gone. I remember I've had that feeling so many times in the past month. I could just totally relate. He looked beat, and all these people are like, please sign this, please sign this. I'd just be like, oh god, guys. I'm so tired.
So Elon said in the footage, when people asked him, he's like, well, what do you think I should do? And people are like, Doge, and he's like, so do you he asked them back, so do you think Doge is the number one choice? So why would he say that, right?
Oh yeah.
Clearly. Yeah. Why would he frame it that way? Well, so do you think Doge is the number one choice? Is Doge the number one choice? He asked. Of course. I mean, clearly. Of course he framed it that way. Of course, it is number one. Of course it is, and secondly, he wants it to be too. So I thought that was a not so subtle way of positioning the matter of events coming through on Saturday.
I mean, I actually commented on one of Elon's posts today, and I hardly ever do, and it was completely not Dogecoin related at all. But I think that for him now, the community has grown so out of control and so out of hand. Like, go to any Elon status. Doesn't matter what it's about. Doesn't matter. It could be about SpaceX, could be about Tesla. Go to any Elon status. It is a minefield of Doge-related everything.
Right.
And so, there is no way
he can't escape it.
He can't now. Yeah, he's created a monster. It is completely on its own. It is sentient now. It's learning on its own. It's self-realized. Doge has grown into this unstoppable force, and I don't think, I don't think he's going to be able to get away with it or get away from it.
Either. Yeah. He can't get away from it. I agree.
Escape.
Let's see what's going on. So, what do you think Doge will do during the actual show? Some Doge Leprechaun is asking. I think that it's possible it could go down. It could start going down even right before the show. The only reason why I say that is because what we've seen in the past, and this isn't specific to Doge, but just in crypto in general, a lot of times the announcements of things will have a greater impact than the actual event of things surrounding a particular crypto. So that might be the case again with Doge. We don't know.
I think it could go one of two ways. If it's either going to pump or it's going to dump. And to be completely fair with you, it could pump. If Elon comes out in his opening monologue, and says hey guys, just wanted to let you know this it's been a great week and everything, and just big announcement tonight, Tesla is going to be accepting Dogecoin. Dude, you know what, the price would go ballistic if that was the announcement. Yeah,
if I that's why we gotta keep a close eye on that on that channel as it's playing out in real time. I mean, because he could say one thing in there that might really make a lot of people, even so many current Doge investors, rethink what they're doing here. And maybe you want to put in more right away, right? So it's just definitely something to think about, guys. I mean, he could, for all we know, Elon could be planning a really big Doge-centric announcement, right? He could be planning. It's possible. He could drop that, or drop a strong hint alluding to some news like that. Either way, I do think there's going to be a very clear Doge signals being given out, whether it's through a skit, through the monologue, or both. So we shall see, guys. But it's definitely exciting. Definitely a lot of fun anticipation surrounding it. Joe Greenfield coming in at $5 super chat. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it, man. The person speaking in the Twitter room is a rapper discussing his past career making theme music for the Hub. Not quite sure what you heard. Yeah, this is not surprising. This has been mostly my experiences, right? When I listen in on these things, and then I kind of exit without saying anything because I just haven't come across one yet where I want to be a speaker in one.
Yeah, I talked in, like I mentioned, I talked in the first one that I got invited to, and that first one was the coolest one that I ever did. And then after that, it's been like, yeah, stuff like that. And I just listened to the one that's going on right now for like 2 seconds, and I was gonna be like, oh, I'll listen to this later, but yeah, some of them are just whatever.
I'm personally not a fan of Clubhouse or the Twitter chats overall because not everyone belongs on a microphone, honestly.
Sure.
You know,
I like the idea. I like the concept.
In concept, I do. I think, it's just not for me. It's just not for me.
Sure.
I like the idea of like, hey, build your own show, make your own concept, surround yourself with the people that you want to surround yourself with, and create the vibe, create a specific vibe, specific content, and run things how you like to run them. I don't really like the kind of Wild West format of the of Clubhouse
stage.
It's like a lot of deep breaths. You got to take a lot of deep breaths listening and participating in some of these rooms.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah,
I think you nailed it. But
yeah.
Hey, hats off to those guys because it's they're making money and it's a cool idea. Interesting.
Joe Skywalker, are you guys holding for the moon literally? I am.
Yeah. I mean, I have enough. I always tell people this, and I'd like people to try and implement this strategy as much as they can. I bought enough Doge in 2014 that I felt like I could mess around with some of it and make some mistakes and give myself enough headroom to still make an incredible amount of money. So like that's how I caution people to when they're trying to day trade or play with their Doge or like mess around with like buying and selling or whatever, trying to like sell the rips and buy the dips and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like just make sure you're doing it with a small enough portion of your portfolio that you're giving yourself enough headroom so that if something goes wrong, you're going to be okay.
Right.
And for most people at the price levels that we're at now, like, even if you have a couple 100,000, like that's not enough to even make significant gains doing stuff like that. You're putting yourself at more of a risk than you are if you just buy the dips. So just keep all of that in mind. Just protect yourself out there. Don't do anything crazy.
Yeah, well stated, Nick. Someone else says, day trading is hard. I have an amount to keep a small amount to try to... Day trading is hard. It's a lot harder than people think it is. And particularly if you're trying to swing trade and stuff with Doge, most people fail at it, especially now. I don't recommend it.
I did it successfully for those first, when Doge was just bouncing around like those low levels for like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
I was on Pop Upshot when after that was all done.
Mm-hmm.
I made like $20,000 doing that. And it was super easy because it just pinged up and down. Like it really wasn't like hard to,
Oh, I could see the window in where it would have been easy if you knew what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah,
that window's over though.
That window is gone.
Right.
And if you're gonna try and if you're gonna try and calculate what Doge is gonna do next right now, good luck, because nobody knows. If somebody claims to tell you that they know exactly what's gonna happen next, they are lying to you. They're trying to sell you a bag of goods, because nobody knows what's gonna happen next. It is so crazy in the Doge price world right now. So just be careful. Be careful out there, guys.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see what's going on, chat. I'm
gonna get running.
Yep, no problem. I figured it was about that time.
Eyes are on fire right now.
No problem, buddy.
Allergies are crazy.
Yeah, it's like the time of year for sure.
Yeah, but yeah, I appreciate it. I'll be around. You're gonna be on tomorrow?
More than likely, yep.
Okay.
More than likely, my friend.
Hit me up. I will be available. And everybody have a great evening.
Guys, if you want to follow Nick Balls on Twitter, I'm gonna put his Twitter link in the chat right now. So I'm gonna do that right now. And Nick, thank you so much for your time, my friend. And I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Awesome. Appreciate it, buddy. Have a great night.
You got it. You as well. Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls, everyone. So really cool of him to join us tonight. Always great having Nick on the show. We always have a good time. Steve, how high can Doge go? Gary asks. I don't know. I mean, I would say I think it's highly probable that Doge goes to $1 by the end of year, and possibly higher. I don't see Dogecoin, even in the super long-term future, going higher than $10. But I do think $5 is realistic over a course of time. Yeah. So let's check out some other stories for the day, guys. Check out a few other stories for the day. CNBC reports Elon Musk's upcoming SNL appearance is fueling Dogecoin's rise, says analyst. Dogecoin is up nearly 40% in the last 24 hours. Dogecoin is surging because many cryptocurrency traders do not want to miss out on any buzz that stems from Elon Musk's hosting of SNL. Dogecoin is on another frenzied run higher, this time briefly helping to break Robinhood's trading app in the process, and one analyst credit Elon Musk's upcoming SNL appearance on May 8th for the latest spike. Dogecoin's first rally began in February thanks to a series of tweets of Musk. Dogecoin is surging because many cryptocurrency traders do not want to miss out on any buzz that stems from Elon Musk's hosting of SNL, wrote Edward Moya, senior market analyst for Oneida. Mike Buscella says, of Black Tower Capital, says the real value in today's meme-driven culture, and Doge represents the network value of memetrics, which may prove to be enormous if at some point the Doge community decides to implement a burn or new supply mechanism via protocol hard fork. Then this value will likely have a higher likelihood of being retained long term. Dogecoin critics note that even proponents of the currency refuse to claim it has any inherent value, unlike promoters of currencies like Bitcoin or Ether. I mean, that argument's so silly that to argue that Dogecoin has no inherent value, the dollar, I mean, none of these things have inherent value. The only thing that makes them have value are large collections of people deciding what it's worth. That's it. So to me, that's just such a silly argument. What's up, Wassam? Yep, you bet. Steve, how do I protect myself from day trades? I don't day trade, man. I don't day trade. I sometimes will short stuff. Like I will, sometimes I'll invest in some riskier coins here and there, and then I'll sell off and just walk away. Like on in a short amount of time, or I will just invest in coins that are good long-termers for me. But you know, we are still in retracement right now, still in a course correction right now. But we could see, you never know. We just don't know what's coming, guys. Especially the way Dogecoin has been acting over the last week or so. Who knows? This is an interesting article from Yahoo Finance, courtesy of, doesn't say courtesy of where else, but it's on Yahoo Finance. And it's titled, "A $1,000 bet on Dogecoin to start 2020 now tops the average U.S. income." Wow. Dogecoin hit an all-time high of 60 cents on Tuesday, pushing Dogecoin's market cap above 70 billion, become the fourth most valued coin according to Yahoo Finance's data partner CoinMarketCap. That's now larger than the market cap of Moderna, one of the companies shipping COVID-19 vaccines to save the world from the pandemic. This means that a $1,000 bet placed on Doge at the beginning of the year, when its price is around half a penny, would now be worth more than $100,000. In fact, at the 56-cent price that Dogecoin seemed to stabilize around on Tuesday, that position would be worth $103,000. So, yeah, just wild when you lay it out like that, guys. It's just wild. Cardano breaking out. Let's take a look. Take a look what's going around the bend here. I'm going to take a look at the market here, guys. So Ethereum is still holding up really strongly, actually. Right under 3,500. They're at 3,473. So Ethereum just holding up really strong. Litecoin, you guys, another one to keep an eye on. I think Litecoin's only going to continue to be a real beast that's going to finally break out and come into its own more now recently. Litecoin is up 4% for the day. And for the week, they're up over 35% up for the week. Litecoin, that was Litecoin, sorry. Ethereum Classic got a little money in there for kicks. Had a really strong week, but unfortunately, I was not invested in Ethereum Classic before the major bull run breakout at 181% up this week, and up 27% today. So, and I got on an Ethereum Classic a couple days ago. Let's check out ADA and a few others, guys. Okay, so ADA Cardano is up almost 15% for the day, so having a nice bull run, doing quite nicely. Over the last hour, they've been up 3%. Over the week, so yeah, over the week, they're pretty much trading sideways. ADA trade sideways for really long periods of time, but today it's having a nice bull run there. Let's see, Polkadot is also having a good day. Up about 10% for the day, guys. Up about 10% for the day. Trading just a bit under $40 a coin. So, we pumping on an hour watch. Yes. I'm gonna readjust the charting here. We're gonna go to some candle charting here. Just a moment. There we go. And we're trading just under 62 cents right now, guys. Just under 62 cents right now. This comes courtesy of Bazinga. The name of the article is Dogecoin Rally is a middle finger to the system, says Bitcoin bull Novogratz. CEO Mike Novogratz said Wednesday that the current Doge rally is akin to a middle finger to the traditional financial system. Novogratz said on CNBC's Squawk Box program that there's something pure about what Dogecoin has done. It's a bit of a middle finger to the system. People are unhappy with the current financial system. They just are. The cryptocurrency bull reiterated it would be very dangerous to short on Doge. Wow. Novogratz is not participating on the long side either, accounting it as equally dangerous because once the enthusiasm dies, if it dies, you have a long way down, he noted. You could say that about any crypto. Crypto is largely dictated by people's enthusiasm. Since the year began, Doge has risen to a spectacular almost 14,000%, beating year-to-date returns of the two largest cryptocurrencies by market capitalization. So overall, I have to say that that Bitcoin bull, Mike Novogratz, I think he overall is pretty fair there. Surprisingly fair compared to how he's been in the past. So he sounds like he's coming around. Friday morning, 93 cents, someone says. We shall see. We shall see. But boy, are these red candles just really hammering it down. We're ready for some green weenies for sure, guys. Ooh. Staking for Ethereum into Ethereum 2.0 on Coinbase. Do it or don't do it. Thoughts? I personally am invested in both Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, but Classic I have a much smaller amount, and Ethereum I think is great long-term potential. Ethereum Classic, I think the jury is still out on that for me personally. Yeah, but in case anybody's wondering, staking it's a process. Participating, it's very similar to mining, right? It's like a proof of stake. Proof of stake blockchain. So on these blockchains, anyone with a minimum required balance of any specific crypto can validate these transactions and earning rewards. So I don't mess around much with mining personally, but I got enough things to think about. The Twitter space is live, but no one is credible in there yet. Yeah, I don't even know which Twitter space you're talking about. I have no idea. Oh, we got two nurses up in the chat tonight. Two regulars. That's Terry Reed and one of my mods, Mama Crypto. Steven, did you see what Mr. Wonderful had to say about the mining of crypto and blood money? Probably not too favorable, knowing things that I've heard Mr. Wonderful sentiments about such topics in the past. So he probably went pretty hard in on it, I bet. Nick Ball's in there right now telling that story. He loves telling. That's funny. One coin, one Doge. Has anyone addressed Nelly's Robinhood weariness with Dogecoin. No, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what that story is about. Yep. So, yeah, right now, guys, we are cruising just at about 62 cents. Really not too shabby. Nothing really unexpected in my opinion. Yeah, I'm reading about it right now, actually, about Mr. Wonderful. And Kevin O'Leary on cryptocurrency. I don't own random EFTs with blood coin in them. It appears that Shark Tank investor Kevin O'Leary no longer thinks Bitcoin is garbage. This is kind of old news, though. Let me see when this came out. No, this is a new article. I mean, we already knew that. We already knew that he already came around to not being anti-crypto. O'Leary said he now views Bitcoin as digital gold and a hedge against inflation and will appreciate over time. But he warns there's a big problem brewing in the crypto space around how and where the coins are mined. I don't own random EFTs with blood coin in them, O'Leary said. The industry has done a poor job in lobbying its case around sustainability. Bitcoin mining is extremely energy intensive. A single transaction of Bitcoin has the same carbon footprint as 680,000 Visa transactions or 51,000 hours of watching YouTube, according to Cambridge Bitcoin. Yeah, it's just, you got to keep it in context, though, when you consider how much energy banks take up. Just one local banking branch per year, how much of a carbon footprint that puts on things, with all the employees driving to and from work every day, the heating, the electricity, and just making sure everything, all the basics. Not to mention all of the mechanics that surround the transactions. But I do think that from what I've seen, there's been some pretty assertive actions taking place within crypto, particularly relating to Bitcoin and stuff, that will make it much more of an energy efficient process. Some green miners, Bitcoin miners, so to speak. We passed XRP yesterday in market cap. I saw that. It was awesome. Wassam, my country doesn't support Superchat, so it's hard to communicate with you. Wassam, what's up? What's up, man? What can I do for you? Be Supreme, welcome, man. I glitch Matrix with Surge. Are you ready for 69, guys? Buckle up. Surge is here. Oh, man. Yeah, sorry that happened to you, Beef Supreme. Sorry, bro. It wasn't our mods. It wasn't me. It was just, I had to fix it. I fixed a settings issue, so you should be good now. You should be good now, my friend. Yeah, I think this could be the big dip right here. Yeah, this could be the big dipper right here. I like to Doge it, someone said. Guys, you've been listening to your man Steven Steele. This has been Steven Steele Live, Doge After Dark. If you're new to the community, I would encourage you to subscribe, to hit that notification bell. Would love to have you grow with us, as this community and this channel grow exponentially. I will love to have you along for the ride, okay? Secondly, if you haven't joined my Discord server, I'm going to put the link to the Discord server in the chat right now. Anyone here is free to join it, okay? There we go. There we go. I don't think much like 420 we will see 5.8 come. Things may deflate when there are no instant fireworks. Yeah, quite possible, Tim. I encourage people just to enjoy the show and enjoy the night without a ton of expectations, you know? All right. We're in a whale dump, someone says. It quite possible, guys. Quite possible. Yeah, we are definitely getting dumped on. Definitely getting dumped on when you can see the patterns of these candles. Yeah. Definitely some whale action going on in there, guys. No doubt about it. Beef Supreme says, just hang tight, guys. Hang tight. I'm definitely hanging. Yeah, we're hanging just right above 60 cents right now, guys. Steven hasn't slept in 69 hours. Not too far off, Beef Supreme. Celeste's dump, more like discount. Time to load up, not financial advice. I love that, Celeste. I love it. Yeah, I'm not bothered at all by this, guys. Not bothered at all by this. Yeah, so B Supreme just says waiting for panic sellers to buy back because they regret making 1K instead of 69K. Yeah, a lot of truth to that. A lot of truth to that. Yeah, this doesn't faze me at all, guys, honestly. It really doesn't. Oh yeah, I could see that diamond pause. I think that's possible. Yeah, Scott, that's how most Twitter spaces are that I've ever heard. Yep. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Listen, I'm going to wind the stream down for now. I need to just take it easy. I might come back on even later tonight, but I need to get a little rest right now. I might rest and sleep for a couple hours and do some extra late night, early morning, 4 a.m. action, something like that. So keep an eye out for that. But this time, I'm going to bounce. I want to thank each and every one of you sincerely for joining me tonight. It was just fantastic. You guys are fantastic. Fantastic crew of people, fantastic audience. And thank you to everyone who super chatted tonight. That means a lot, And I Again, I'd like to welcome all the new folks and all the usuals. You know who you are. Appreciate each and every one of you. And until then, guys, this is Steven Steele signing off.